All right, so there's no music or anything, but yeah, uh, welcome all to the Friday Night Strike. It's back. Figure that one out. Hey Scott, how's it going? Hey Rupan. Yeah, I'm gonna try and do the Friday Night Strike either every week or every other week now, because I know later in the evening we game me, Never Enough Ammo, Travis P11, and crew. We play video games and do this German strudel gameplay. But I kind of want to I kind of want to get back to doing the Friday Night Strike, where we talk. Yeah, I talk with you guys. Yeah, there's a little bit of a delay, but I like the interaction. And if anyone wants to jump in, just go ahead, shoot me a message saying, "Hey, I want in," and I'll email you a link. As long as I have an email to send it to, of course. So, yeah. So we're back. Who do we got out there? We've got Scott P79. What's going on, Scott? We got Rupan RX. I saw the Snuggy video. Very classy. Gunpowder Beauty's out there. Uh-oh. Watch out. She'll throat punch you. Gizzard Gary is out there. What's up, Gary? And Ghost Tactical is out there. Whoa. Ghost. I thought you didn't watch my stuff anymore. And then there's David Bowling over there. David, what's going on? So, if any of you guys want to jump in, just let me know, all right? So, I had a couple articles that I've seen in the past 24 hours that I wanted to talk about. One of which I watch your stuff when I can too, Ghost. In fact, I copied your operation, or is it your new operation videos over on GunTube, because I found out that now it's easier for me to pull videos from people's YouTube accounts and upload them onto GunTube and add the person's proper channel name over that. So, but it's only administration based. So, but I got that set up over there. GunTube is still a little slow right now. I'm working on it. It is what it is. Old hard, you can't expect a server that's over 7 years old to work wonderfully. It just doesn't work like that. Anyways, yeah. There's a topic I wanted to go over. Check this out, okay? A Virginia lawmaker wants to punish gun buyers for crimes committed by others. I saw that. I absolutely flipped my lid because that pisses me off. Okay? It says here, gun control is expected to be a major flashpoint in the upcoming session of the Virginia General Assembly, and lawmakers are preparing a long list of potential new laws. What kind of liability should gun owners have if their firearms used to commit a crime? Senator Dave Marsden, a Democrat from Fairfax County, and I lived in Fairfax County at one point, says gun owners need to be held responsible. And granted, this may just be in the state of Virginia, but still, holding anyone responsible for something a criminal does, other than the criminal himself, is wrong and, quite honestly, irresponsible of said lawmaker. But again, these are people that don't follow the laws themselves, so why should we expect anything less? Of course. So he says all guns start out legal, and then 60% of the guns that end up being used in crimes or in suicides are in the hands of people who don't own them or didn't originally own them. We're careless with our guns. No, we're really not. And 60% is a way overestimation. I'd say it's more like probably 15, considering most of the guns that are found in criminal hands are usually guns stolen by law enforcement in the first place. I mean, I'm just going by facts. I mean, I don't know where this guy's getting his facts from. A small percentage. Anyways, a legal expert was quoted saying he didn't think such a law would survive legal challenges, and he's probably right. But like that matters to people like Marsden. Marsden wants to punish gun owners and call us careless. Let me ask him this. If someone breaks into my home, finds my car keys on the table, and takes them, then uses my car to run over 7 people, should I be liable? No. That's good. There's no reason I should. I had my keys inside my home. That's not particularly careless of me, now is it? Someone broke into my house and took them. I'm the victim here. Why should I be blamed for what he does with something he stole from me? Okay, goes on to say, but on that same token, why in the hell does anyone think I should be punished because someone does the same thing, but they take my gun instead of my car? I'm still being the blasted victim here, right? Instead, Marsden simply wants to make it an unpalatable to be a gun owner as possible. He wants to he wants to place at least some of the responsibility for that criminal misuse of stolen property on the victim because he wants to factor into the thinking of potential gun owners. He is trying to add more stagnation or stigmatization to gun owners. Anti-gunners usually understand that people who don't own guns are less likely to get worked up over the Second Amendment being infringed upon. They may not like it. They may vote against it, even, but they are not nearly as fierce in the matter as a gun owner. So if they make it socially and politically uncool to own a gun, they reduce opposition to new gun laws. With Marsden's proposal, he's claiming that we're careless with our guns and wants to create punishment for that carelessness. If we're talking about people who sold guns to people they knew were trouble, then maybe he'd have a point. Maybe. The problem is that he's not. He's talking about blanket liability on every gun owner in his state. He wants to punish the purchaser, the lawful owner, for what someone else does with that firearm. Damn right it won't survive a challenge. The problem is we live in a world where someone thinks this is a good idea. And, this is my point, okay? Guys, yes, this may be only in the state of Virginia's government, but how long before some idiot, or let me take a quote from Clover's book, some idiot thinks that it's a good idea to make someone else liable for something they've done. Gee, sounds a lot like a Democrat. They don't understand the concept of taking responsibility for something an individual does. And this pisses me off. This really pisses me off. Did I wake up in the morning and I see shit like this? Okay? And unfortunately, we're going to get more of this shit. So be prepared for a fight. Granted, this is in Virginia, and I know, Night Strike, you're in South Carolina. I know. But if this is what just state level legislation is thinking about, be prepared. Be prepared. Anyways, who we got out there? Garage Guns has showed up. Kinky Sphincter is out there. What's going on, Kinky? Marty Huggins Jr. is out there. We got tacos and French fries. Good combination. Travis T is out there. Andrew Faulkner is out there. What's going on, Andrew? Psycho 316 is there. John Brown's there. And Vanessa Kitty. All right. We got the Rob D. NY Outcast is there. I've got a couple other topics we can talk about. I can talk about, but right now I'm just going through them. I'm reading the comments too because that's what I do in this show format. It's I talk to the people out there that are commenting on the live chat. Then I also go about some other topics if they come up. If anybody wants to jump in, they email me or say, "Hey, send me a link." Stephen Dawkins is out there saying, "Shall never be infringed." No, Stephen, it's shall not ever be infringed. So, what else? So I got to talk about this because I found this one amusing. Okay. All right. We have to talk about it. All right. What is it? Rupan saying they want to create a tax on gun owners to pay for victims of gun violence in my state. Well, Rupan, unless you have enough, enough Republicans to say no, get ready to pay it. It's unfortunate. Yeah, Rupan's already infringed. No, Stephen Dawkins. And hello, Stealth Hunter. That's what it is, right there. Yeah, Rupan, I know. Well, be careful because there might be a shall not be infringed eventually. But anyways, listen to this. Check this out. I found this amusing. And yes, they get revenue from other things other than sporting, other than just guns. But I found it amusing that it's now affecting them. Okay? The author of this is Tom Knighton. This is on Bearing Arms. He says, I've written more about Dick's Sporting Goods in 2018 than I ever thought I would. When the year started, we thought the company would have gotten the message that taking anti-gun stances wasn't conducive to profits, but it didn't. So Dick's doubled down after Parkland and purged the rest of their AR-15s from the stores, and then instituted a discriminatory policy against legal adults. And it's biting them right in the keister too. Apparently, there's a there's an actual they're linking to an actual article saying that Dick's CEO has said declining gun sales may force closure of Field and Stream stores. Ooh, yeah. Well, maybe you shouldn't have taken a policy like that. Oh, well. So, basically, it's just an article saying that the declining gun sales for Dick's Sporting Goods is basically forcing them to close some of their stores. Apparently, also, the CEO says that 62 employees have resigned over the policy. And the fact that they've hired lobbyists to push an assault weapons ban doesn't help. But yeah, I just hope that people stop investing money in a company like that. But I don't want to read the rest of this because it's Dick's Sporting Goods, and good Lord, I'm done with Dick's Sporting Goods. I don't shop there anymore. I would rather shop at a store we shall not name instead of shop at Dick's Sporting Goods. And that says a lot. All right. Who's out there? What are you guys commenting on? Travis T, I call BS on a bank for not accepting my CCW. It's a state-issued photo ID. Well, yeah. The bank cashed the check I had. Okay, well, good on you. Vanessa says, be careful by state laws. It may not be a legal identification. It might not be. All I know is when I go to get ammo at Walmart, they card you now. See how old you are, and I just give them my my CCW, my concealed weapons permit, and yeah, they just they take that as ID. I've given it to them before to buy guns, so. Anyways, Rupan says, my dad's bank didn't accept my blue Virginia card or my license to carry, but they made me give a credit card. Stephen Dawkins says, you boycott my rights, I boycott your store. Right on. Tacos and French fries agrees. Squib says cheaper than dust? Yes, cheaper than dust. Rob says Dix refused to run a check on me to buy a gun a few years back. No reason, just because they can. Ended up paying more at a small shop and was happy to. Yeah, I don't blame you. Vanessa Kitty says, oh, here for real ID, but is considered one form. Yeah. In South Carolina, the CCW, or the concealed weapons permit, is considered as a form of identification, but only if you're trying to get like a real ID. And I've got a real ID. I don't like it, but I got one because I figured I might as well in case I want to travel later. Yeah, I know they extended it until 2020, but I figured it might be easier for me, so I got the real ID. All right. Stealth Hunter says, Travis T says, at Stealth Hunter, it's issued by the Department of Agriculture here, but there's a bill filed to transfer the responsibility to law enforcement. Well, if they can do that. Rob D says, then 3 days later they called and I told them where to stick it. Yeah, Rob, just do that. Stealth Hunter 1000 says, okay, just asking that, Travis T. Andrew Faulkner says, I've never been in a Dick's Sporting Goods. Well, good on you. Squibload ribbed the reason was because they are dicks. Well, they are dicks. It's in the name. Rob. Rupert says, blue VA card is a veteran healthcare card with photo. Well, okay. I'm not a veteran, so I don't know these things. Squibload says, fat finger, small keyboard. Well, sorry to hear that, Squib. Stealth Hunter 1000. Do you ever plan on getting an AR AK pistol at Night Strike? No, I don't. I thought about building an AR pistol or buying an AK pistol, but I kind of realized that, you know what? If I want that short a gun in that caliber, I may as well just pay the extra money and just get a short-barreled rifle tax stamp. Be done with it. Yeah, it takes longer, but you know what? If that's what I want, if that's really what I want, that's what I'll get. Because I like the idea of pistols, don't get me wrong, but it's not really what I want. I don't really like AR pistols are cool, and I have nothing against them. But I figured now I could build an AR pistol if I want, but I don't really want to. I'd rather get more rifles. I'm more of a rifle type guy. The only thing I don't have is a short-barreled rifle. So maybe I'll get one of those. Right now, I'm probably going to buy another shotgun at this point. That's pretty much my next purchase, is getting a shotgun. Another one. Probably a semi-auto. All right. Rob D. NY Outcast says, you're not missing anything good, Andrew. He's probably not. Vanessa Kitty says, when doing the real ID, you can use the pistol permit for identity, but you still need another. Yes, you do. What also helps is if you have your voter registration card. That also helps. Just FYI, because it helped with me. Finesse Kitty says, for TSA, a carry permit is not acceptable ID. No, it's not. You have to use a real ID or whatever state issued ID. Your Next is out there. What's going on, Your Next? Never big box store ammo and guns as long as you have another option. I think you mean never buy big box store ammo and guns as long as you have another option. Yeah, but yeah, I buy ammo at Walmart just because it's cheap. Okay, I know it's not the greatest, but the gun store in my area charges twice as much, and he's probably going out of business because of PSA. And quite honestly, if I'm going to get any other ammo, I'll probably go to PSA if I don't go to Walmart. That's for only the stuff that Walmart doesn't carry, because my Walmart doesn't carry it doesn't carry 10 millimeter. My Walmart also doesn't stock 380. Doesn't stock doesn't even they started stocking steel case 308, which makes me happy because now I can buy cheap 308 and use that in the C308. So there is an upside. Stealth Hunter 1000 says AR AK pistol may be good on your CCW Night Strike. It's not my CCW. My CCW is the is my P320, and I love that gun. I absolutely love my P320. All right. Vanessa Kitty says, I want to buy a howitzer. You and me both. Stephen Dawkins is saying, come on, Night Strike. 11.5-inch AR platform is nice. I'm not saying it's not. I just don't want to have to, I don't want a pistol. I don't like the pistol braces. I really don't. Maybe if I did build one, I'd build one with the fin, because I just really don't like the pistol brace. I think it's ridiculous that you literally have to strap it to your arm. No, thank you. And granted, you don't have to strap it to your arm, but the fact that it's there and you don't strap it, it's not Night Strike. All right, and Stealth Hunter says he wants a Mark 18. All right. Naness Kitty says, get your passports for the coming. Check your papers, tyrants. Yeah, I have my passport. Tacos and French fries. I buy most of my ammo online. Yep, that's one way to do it. Gen 72A is out there. I'm big into World War II guns, and I want a semi-auto belt fed at some point. Should I go for an MG42, Yugo MG53, or a 1984? Well, I'm going to tell you right now that one of the Reddit trolls, or just one of the trolls out there on YouTube, has actually built an MG, the semi-auto MG42 or M53, and I've been looking at doing the M53 myself, just because the factor that I want something like an MG42. But here's the thing. I would just buy the top cover and the barrel in 308 and convert the M53 to an MG3 instead, because then I can use 308 in all day long, and that thing's already made for that thing will use steel case. It'll spit anything out. So that's what I was looking at building. But again, buy the kits now before it's too late, because those kits are drying up. If you want to build a 1984, go for it. But the parts for the MG42 and 53 are drying up a little, so you may want to go after that. Andrew is saying Walmart prices on ammo is higher compared to the webs. Yes. Your Next says, I pay about 10% more online to just order through local gun shops. Yeah. Vandaliska Vlogs is awake. David Bolden says, for what Walmart has, it's hard to beat the price per round. Yeah, and you got to figure when you buy ammo online, okay, yes, you don't have if you live in a state that doesn't charge you tax, you're good. But again, if you buy ammo online, you're going to have to pay that shipping hazmat charge because of hazardous materials. And at some point, if you divvy up per box, if you buy more than one box or if you buy a case, you have to divvy that up to see how much shipping would cost you as opposed to just going to a store and buying one. And yes, you even have to include, if you're going to do that, you even have to include how much it's going to cost you in gas to go over there to see if it's really a better deal buying it online or if it's a better deal just to go to your local store or a local store. So, John Z is out there. Psycho316 says, I buy my 100 or 200 rounds of 9mm Java boxes of ammo and my 223 Walmart ammo at Walmart too. All federal. Hey, there's nothing wrong with federal. John Brown Production says, I'm with you, Miss Vanessa. I want an M115 8-inch howitzer too. 8-inch or 8 feet? I'm not sure. It is one or the other. Yes, I want a howitzer as well. So, all right. I know I'm backlit. I got to read everything you guys are saying, so hold on. Rob D is saying Dick's did have the best price on that gun at the time, but I will never deal with them anymore. Hold me up for a long gun when I had a gun on my hip. Pricks. Rob, I understand your unhappiness. I understand. Psycho316 says, what about the tailhook braces? The tailhook braces only really belong on, a SPOS 12. And at that point, I might as well just buy a SPOS 12 if I want tailhook. Stealth Hunter says, you may be able to carry it in a vehicle loaded if you can't carry a rifle loaded, is my point. Actually, I'm pretty sure South Carolina is pretty good on that. They don't care too much. I'll have to check that up and get back to you guys on that because I'm pretty sure there isn't. They don't care because I can carry a loaded handgun in my glove box or my center console in my car, and it's legal and it's covered by Castle Doctrine. So I'll look into that as far as rifles. If it's in the trunk, they still may not care if it's loaded or not. As long as I'm not breaking the law. Yeah, all right. Vanessa Kitty says pistol brace was most likely for a disabled person needing it strapped to their arms so it doesn't fall. Yeah, I know. Everyone's favorite local 223. It says Classic has Beretta 92S's for $279. Yes, they do. Scuba saying to go for the MG34. If you can find a converts kit. Vanessa K says, sort of like my right arm and its loss of function. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Vanessa. C4 Descent says, well, what do we have here? Hello at Night Strike. Hello, Sarge. If you want to jump in, just let me know, okay? Okay. And Gizzard Gary is out there, too. All right, we got a party now. So, Sean Ponery's out there. Yeah, Travis T, if your local gun shop was a good gun shop and not some guy trying to nickel and dime you, yeah, go ahead and support them. But if they're going to try and nickel and dime you, don't support them. Because there is a point. There's making a profit, and then there's profiting or profiteering. I think it's profiteering. And there is a fine line right there. Okay. What do you think? What do you all think? Should I go 8 feet barbed wire or 5 feet? Trying to keep out the junkies and the dogs. Go 8 feet. No, he says 3 feet or 5 feet. Excuse me. Go 5 feet just because you want to keep out the junkies. Your next says if you buy ammo online, your local gun shops start to disappear. Yeah. 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 And it is. Stealth Hunter says it's 650 where he is. Yes. 650 here as well. 10 feet. Sean Pomeroy says make it 10 feet and electrify the barbed wire. You know, I think Sean might be onto something. He might be onto something. All right. It's you guys keep on going too fast. It's not my fault I'm slow. I'm sorry. All right. I'm gonna skip ahead then if you guys are complaining like that. Sean Ponery says my 458 upper didn't make it today, or it's really late. Oh, that might be. Oh, all right, Stealth Hunter. Just one time. Just one time. Because you guys are typing too fast. I can't keep up with you. Stealth Hunter, you'll have to email me. I don't have your email. Email me nightstrike@gmail.com so I can answer you. So. Also, yes, today is the day that will live in infamy. It's December 7th, and it's the day that Pearl Harbor was attacked. So, yeah. That's something to talk about. I wasn't there when it happened. It was way before my time. But I'm sure if we ask Bob, Bob will tell us all about it. We'll probably go on for another 20 minutes or so. Where is the... There it is. Check your emails, people. Especially you, Gizzard. Vandaliska, it's probably because I'm a gun owner. You know, those Olympic administrators are really anti-gun. So, all right, the Gizzard is here.
Yep.
So Gary, what do you always say?
Shut up, being friends.
Wait a minute, that's not right.
That's wrong. Give him the bird.
There we go. Taking my shtick. What's wrong with you? I mean, I did it for a little while with yours just because I thought it was hilarious, but
Yeah, I'm just getting my revenge.
I was giving you free promotion, is what I was doing. So. Uh-oh. That sounds like we got a stealth hunter in here.
Yes, me and my big feet.
Oh. Well, sit down. No one wants to hear your big feet.
Appreciate the invite.
Yeah. Well, we're just bullshitting right now. I mean, with the chat, I'm not...
If you need a topic, let me know. I got one for you.
No. I've got one more topic. I'm working my way towards it. It's just, I'd much rather talk with everybody out there on the chat.
All right.
It's one of those nights.
Oh, I know. I got a whole bunch of schoolwork I got to do when I get off of here with you guys. So
Yeah. Uh-oh, there's movement in the strudel chat. Strudel. The strudel. So I may have to leave soon. I don't know. We'll run in another 15 minutes. There we go.
I got to
John?
see that in about 10, too.
John, behave yourself. That's one. So Psycho 316 says $4.99 online when they went for almost $800 local. Laugh out loud. Even with shipping transferred a bulk carrier group, I got a deal versus gun alone. Okay, well, good for you. What did Psycho get? Oh, he got a MNP 15 Sport 2. Okay. Cool.
John Z would like a link, please.
I don't know if John can handle a link.
Did you see how he asked for it?
Yeah. No, he's not getting a link.
Bad dog.
I mean, I'd rather send a link to Sarge.
Isn't Sarge working tonight?
Yeah. Well, if he jumps in, great. If he doesn't, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. No, you didn't ask properly either, John. But that's not going to stop you. And yes, Fortnite is cancer. I would know. I've played Fortnite.
They're demanding you send a link to Sarge.
Sarge does need an app. And he's already been sent a link. He needs to check his inbox. If he wants to jump in.
Excellent.
He is not required to. He does not need to. He may be out on patrol looking for the bad guys. Because Sarge is one of those few law enforcement officers that still do his job properly.
Indeed.
Well, it also helps that he's a deputy.
And he's a sergeant, too.
Yeah.
So. Either that or he's dealing with a little deputy behind a Tahoe and he's beating the crap out of them and he just can't hop in right now.
Yeah, he might be. You never know. It's
disciplinary action. You got to keep a firm hand with him.
Yeah, right.
These youngins some of these days,
Right. He says he is working, so. Stephen Dawkins says, one more time, thinking about getting a 308, thinking about a PTR 91. Any better suggestions? No, because I'm not going to tell you to get a foul instead of a PTR 91 because tests have proven that a PTR 91 or variant will prevent, dirt and mud from getting in it more than a foul will. And if you're going to ask what's my source, I'm going to say go check out InRange TV. Okay, they tested the foul against the C308, which is basically a variant of the PTR 91 or HK 91, and the C308 ended up being able to take the mud better than the foul did. The foul pretty much stopped functioning after that. So, if you want to get a PTR 91, that would be my recommendation. Don't get the C308 because you'll end up spending money on buying parts for it. And by the time you're done, you'll already have a PTR 91 because you'll have replaced all the parts with PTR 91. So just get the PTR 91 in the first place and be done with it. I mean, I did it my way because, well, I'm a glutton for punishment.
I'm gonna add to that the HK clone. The HK mags are more plentiful as well than the FAL mags. The FAL mags, the ones that do work,
Yeah, the
they're
HK
really
mags
hard.
are cheap. Spare HK mags are very cheap. I mean, we're talking if you play your cards right, you can get them between $2 and $4 a piece. That's how cheap they are.
Exactly.
I mean, so PTR 91, definitely go for that. Oh God, what's that?
You have double chickens.
Oh God, turn the other one off, chicken. Okay, there we go. That's better.
Sorry about that. I thought I had the mic muted.
It's all right.
Let's switching over to mobile because I gotta go get a pizza here in a minute.
Ooh, what kind?
Chicken bacon ranch from Casey's.
Vandalistic Vlog says it's the gizzard call. I'm not sure if that's the gizzard call, but it's interesting.
It sounded kind of spooky, like aliens or something like that. It's kind of neat.
Travis T says at Night Strike, ever seen a defensive use of a gun that was dropped in mud? I think those tests are useless. They probably are, but I'd rather have a gun that could withstand some of their tests and pass than not have a gun that can't. That's all I'm saying. I mean, if you're gonna get one that has passed the test instead of one that hasn't.
Well, you would have to replicate the test on the one that you get because the one you see passed. That doesn't mean every single one will.
No, it's true. It's true.
But you do have a point there. There have been some guns. I remember seeing some reviews on the Ruger SR9,
right?
And
no surprise that the AR-15 also passed the test because of the way the bolt carry group is designed. So, it's up to you what you want to buy, and if you want an AR-15 and 308, then go for it. If you want a PTR 91, I'm gonna say nice choice and go for it. If you want a FAL, well, be prepared to pay more for the magazines, but it's still not a bad choice. It wouldn't be my first choice, and it wasn't.
If I was going to use a scope, I'd probably go with a FAL. If I wasn't going to use a scope, and I'm talking about like a 3x9 or something, if I'm not going to use one, I'd just go with the HK.
Yep.
That's
no. See, you get the PTR 91. You can get the claw mount, which claws onto the top of the rifle. Will give you a rail so you can put a scope on it.
I'm aware of that. I'm just saying as far as accuracy goes, the FAL is a little bit, from what I've seen, a little bit tighter grouping with a scope farther out than the HK clones are. So that's just how I look at it.
Yeah, and if it was me, I would totally go I would go with a PTR 91 or an AR-10, something that passes the mud test, if even for the fact that it didn't stop working after it's been introduced with mud. And any rifle that'll still work like that, even if you drag it through the mud yourself in a different style environment, odds are it might still work. And in that kind of situation, that's what you want.
Didn't they open the bolt and stuff and just throw mud inside of it or something? Or was it just closed bolt with a loaded mag?
I don't remember. I think it was closed bolt with an open mag.
Yes, I remember the dude you just mentioned and stuff on Forgotten Weapons when he was doing the torture tests. Some of the weapons he tested with an open bolt, some he tested with a closed bolt. So.
Yeah, but again,
I pray to God I never dropped a weapon with the open bolt in the mud.
Your next says drop an FS-2000 in the mud. The damn things are almost airtight. Yes, AR-15's like that too. So.
Yeah. To my point on the pistols and stuff. I know it's hard with the typing, right? Now some states the AR pistols and the AK pistols they qualify as a pistol for your CCW and stuff. You can keep them loaded in your car. In some states, other states they don't.
I got Castle Doctrine, and Castle Doctrine extends to my car, so it doesn't really matter. What do you think I was doing before I got a CWP in South Carolina? I was just carrying the damn thing in my car because, hey, guess what? Legal.
Well, I don't live in a state like that.
You don't live in a free state. I understand.
I live in Pennsylvania.
You don't live in a free state. I understand.
It's freer than most. It could be better. It could be better.
It could be a lot better, and you know it. Don't give me that.
It could.
The state that has the Liberty Bell could be a lot better.
Yeah. It could. But it's just a thought for people, you know.
So,
especially in the states where there's all this, rioting and chaos, it could be a viable option outside of a handgun.
I know.
I'll be right back. I gotta run inside.
All right. Good luck, Gary.
See you, dude. What's this topic you have? I'm curious.
Oh, are you now? You finally want to hear the topic?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, all right. I'm kind of going after Sean for this one. Did you hear about what happened to that student at the University of North Texas?
The girl that got thrown out because of her roommates?
No, that was in New England.
Okay.
This is University of North Texas. Suspends student for gun ownership.
Like on campus or just because they owned it?
Because he owned it. He didn't have it on campus. He just owned it.
He's just illegal firearms owner. He got suspended for it.
Yep.
That's some BS.
Temple, Texas. Brandon Mason is the student in question. He's a 25-year-old student at the University of North Texas at Dallas College of Law. He is the founder of the Law Schools chapter of the Federalist Society, the only conservative student organization on campus.
I'm hearing a theme here.
Yeah, are you seeing a correlation? I am. I'm starting to see it. Are you seeing it?
Yep.
Yeah. On the evening of November 20th, 2018, while an outing hosted by one of his professors for the holiday, Brandon received an email from the university stating that due to an alleged and unspecified threat, he was immediately suspended and would have to meet with the school's care team. He emailed several times asking procedural questions about the investigation as it was unfolding out of compliance with the university's own policies and due process. He never received a response, only a date and time to meet with them. Okay, listen to this. At the meeting, the care team turned out to be the university's counselor and chief of police. He was vaguely questioned about unspecified allegations, and after sticking by his denials, he was then questioned about his mental health. If he had any anger issues, if he had a firearm, how many, and why he felt the need to own firearms. If he was licensed to carry them. If he carried at the school. Whether he felt unsafe at the school, and if he ever open carried. And this is in Texas. So, what the fuck? Apparently the school was singling him out as a conservative licensed gun owner and not concerned about his safety. Or anyone's safety at that point. After this line of questioning, the care team departed, and the school's investigator and an assistant came in. They also vaguely questioned him about the unspecified allegation, but were at least more specific by letting him know that the allegation was supposedly an off-campus threat against the university and a professor that happened later in the day, is what they said. He denied making the threats and showed messages and GPS data showing he was elsewhere. Additionally, he had several students email the investigator validating not only his whereabouts, but his character as well. When he asked the investigator about all of the procedural problems and the impossibility, they presented him of raising a defense against an unspecified anonymous allegation. The investigator informed him that she would investigate and follow up on everything. But guess what? They didn't.
That probably falls under...
He was then emailed later that day informing him that the care team considered him a threat while citing no actual reasons for this finding. The following day, she issued her decision finding him responsible, citing no evidence for her decision other than believing his denial and citing the fact that an anonymous accusation was made. She mentioned absolutely no other sources of information, did not mention the discrepancy in the time frame or the several witnesses' accounts that were sent to her. He has filed an appeal. However, with finals looming, the school can delay hearing the appeal until after finals, when he can be safely dismissed, with the school having the excuse of academic reasons because of the 0 grades. This is nothing more than a political attack based on political bias. The school has no business trying to dissuade Brandon from his beliefs about lawfully armed, nor about his possession or ownership of legally possessed firearms. The actions of the University of North Texas at Dallas are blatant violations of Brandon's rights as both a student and a citizen. Open Carry Texas demands immediate restitution of Brandon's status as a student in good standing and afford him the opportunity to complete this semester absent specific and public allegations against him. The university's attack on the rights of a law-abiding citizen who believes in self-preservation and the right to self-defense should never be a bias for these kinds of egregious actions. OCT is committed to assisting Brandon with any legal actions necessary to restore his status and reputation, and strongly condemn the faculty and administrators that are engaging in this despicable conduct. So, let me screen share this real quick so everybody can see this, because anybody that lives in Texas, go ahead and blast these people, would you? Okay, take action. Contact the University of North Texas at Dallas College of Law and demand the immediate restitution of Brandon's status as a student in good standing. For questions, you call that person looks like a person right there looks like a Democrat, the dean. That's no surprise. But yeah, their phone numbers are here. Go ahead and call them, blast them, or you can email them, blast them. Doesn't matter. And when I say blast, I mean go after them for basically doing the things they accuse conservatives of.
With your opinion, people.
Your opinion. Okay? Because apparently they have their heads so far stuck up their ass, they don't realize that we live in the United States of America, not the Socialist Soviet Republic of Russia. But apparently they blame, conservatives for that too, because as I said, time and time again, the left do not understand the concept of responsibility. They just don't. And then there's more about Open Carry Texas, but Again, there's the numbers if you need to see them. Contact them. Do what you will. Tell them your opinion. But again, this shit should not be happening. And if anyone can, help this guy out, I would certainly help him out, because this stuff is just wrong for this to happen. Because look, if any of you out there, if you have kids that are going to college right now, this could be one of your this kid Brandon could be exactly the situation of what your kids might go through, because they're not Democrat or they're not, socialist left. So help Brandon out. All right, with that, you want to say something? Go for it.
From what you read, and I'll look into more of it, but from what you read, it sounded like a Title IX issue, because of how you said they went over like the investigation, what the investigation was, so on and so forth. That's what that looked like, the cop being president stuff. Under the Title IX stuff, because where I go to college, we have Title IX and whatnot too, and it covers a broad issue of things. They basically railroaded him. I know 2 of the colleges near the college I go to tried something similar on a different issue with students, and the students in question were able to basically go out to the school, and at the very least, I know one of them was able to maintain their credits and go to a different school. In this specific situation, I'm not sure what he's going to be able to do. If he can finish up the semester and then go to a different school, that would be the best option, if he can, financially speaking. If he can't, try to get them to remove this, because now, if it's falling under Title IX, which it sounds like it does, he's in some deep, deep trouble, because all it takes is another accusation by anybody, not even related to this specific situation, and they could end up hauling him into, lockup for questioning and all this other stuff.
When he didn't do anything. So basically, but this is what gets me. They're willing to listen to an anonymous source that has no credibility, that has no actual proof, and not the person that has all the proof and all the credibility.
Oh, that's one of the issues with Title IX. Because Title IX, like, people think Title IX is just for like sexual assault and harassment. It's not. It covers a bunch of crap. It really does. And the person where I go to school that does Title IX, I know them personally, and I've talked to them a lot about it. That's how they've set it up. And again, a lot of people think sexual harassment and sexual assault. And with the type of complaint that was made, you are basically guilty until you prove yourself innocent. And that's
against United States law, because in the United States you're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty.
If it's a criminal charge, yes. When it's simply an accusation, that's where Title IX is different. If it's criminal, that's when the cops take over and you are innocent until proven guilty. But just the accusation in general, because it was supposedly against a professor, even though it happened off campus, because the person in question that made the complaint works at the campus and he's there at the campus, they're basically putting it together as he could do something, so on and so forth. So it's enough under Title IX to take the type of action that's being taken. And I think this is falling under Title IX. It's completely outrageous. It's completely ridiculous. It's unethical. It's unprofessional. I mean, I can keep going on with words, but I think you get the picture. It's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. But, I cannot believe that the left is now using other people to do their dirty work and attack, conservatives for being conservative.
I hope that's not what they're doing, but again, because of how this article was written and who wrote it. Excuse me. It may have nothing to do with he's a conservative, the only conservative person that's running a conservative group on campus. It may have nothing to do with that, but
okay. Well, you know what? I'm going to show a picture of the young man in question, which it makes it even better because it's in the article. That's what he looks like. That's the student in question. So they're going after him. So there's another card he could pull if he has to.
if he has to, yes.
Because it might just be. It's not that they're going after conservatives. It might be because they're I don't need to say it, but you know.
I know.
So again. All right. Has Matt gone live yet? I don't think he's gone live yet.
I can check real quick. Give me a second.
I'm home, by the way, if anybody cares.
Welcome home.
Congratulations.
Yep. Clint is saying a black conservative is the scariest thing to a liberal. That's out there on the YouTube live chat, so go read that. I did not say that myself. So. Rupan, I have it. So email me, bud. Let me know what your in-game username is. I might play later this evening if you're playing. I'm trying to get my level up.
Just to be clear, Travis, I'm not advocating anything. I'm just simply, this isn't my show. I'm just saying.
All right, Rob D, NY Outcast says, my battery's almost dead. I'll catch you all soon on the next one. Well, I hope we have another one. So I'll see you later, Rob D. Take it easy. So, all right. I think we are pretty much run through everything, all the topics I did want to talk about. Kind of bullshitting too, talking with the people. I think we had a good productive chat. So
there's another topic if you want to cover it, unless you want to wait for next time.
I might cover it on Hit or Miss Tuesday nights at 9 o'clock.
All right, I'll send you an email about it.
Okay. But again, so yeah, I think we got to come to a good stopping point. So thanks everyone for commenting out there and chatting with me. Thank you, Gary and Stealth Hunter, for jumping in and giving me your perspective and just kind of hanging out with me. You know, you're always welcome to. If anybody else wants to jump in on the next one, just, go ahead and say, I want a link out in the chat, and we'll figure out a way to get you a link. All right. So with that, thank you all for listening. Thank you all for joining in and talking to me. This was the Friday Night Strike.
Give him the bird.
Shut up, you friend!